Hello. Okay, sorry about that, everyone. Welcome to the unboxing. I hope this goes okay. Um, yeah, everything just reset just as I click live. So we've even got the wrong camera, but it's okay. Can everyone hear me okay? If you can just give me a comment there, and then I'll proceed. Let's check here, audio. I'm using the right mic, so that's the most important thing. All good at the moment. Okay, cool. All right, let's go for it. Getting yeah, sorry about that. Okay, cool. Yeah, so here we are. Let's quickly, yeah, like I said, everything just reset just as I click live. It's the Wild West. It will be funny if this isn't the the way my day is going. If this isn't the slide, but I'm pretty sure it is. I was following the tracking pretty closely. So I'm sure a lot of you that have clicked onto this are already doing your research about this handheld. For me personally, this is not a handheld I thought I wanted. You know, like I wrote in the description, it's the handheld none of us knew we always wanted. And that's kind of my feeling on this is it's the handheld that I never knew I always wanted. So once I saw it launched, I never had that PSP Go, or never even knew it existed. And so, like getting into this hobby, seeing that, and for me, the nostalgia is more for my BlackBerry that used to slide. And I don't know if you remember those old Samsungs. There was a very famous, like a Samsung that did very well here in South Africa. It was a slide phone, and it made a whoop whoop sound every time you open it. It was very satisfying. People would just sit and open and close their phones the whole time. So yeah, that's the nostalgia for me. It's just that slide action is quite cool. And apparently, I saw a news thing that the copyrights or the trademark, not the thing that you when you license an invention for the PSP Go and the Xperia something or other expires in 10 days, which is when the embargo lifts for like the full review of this and when they go live for the sales. So very interesting. Maybe it's just a brick. That's seriously bricks being shipped instead. Yeah, like there's the scams. This is. I'm pretty sure it's not a brick. Yep, this is the slide. I can see the lettering there. And I know Anbinic are very Hello, everyone. I don't know if people have stuck around. I see there's only just a few of you left. Sorry about that. I don't know. There's some issues with the electricity today, so everything powered down. So I've gone to backup power to power. Yeah, disaster luck. Just one of those days. Happens to all of us. Thanks, man. Yeah, so I'm sorry about that. Yeah, for the few of you that stuck around, I'm going to press on. I was just busy talking about, can you hear me? Just if someone can still just say, hi, hey, Juan or Juan, just let me know if you can hear me. Yeah, I'm a little bit flustered now because, man, as you can see, I've had to drop the one camera because it's just, all of the things stopped working when the power went out. But what I was saying is the copyright on the design of the PSP Go, it was just a news article. I don't know how true it is, but they said that it expires like on the day that this thing goes live on the Anvinic website. So interesting. Yeah, man. Yeah, we have power issues, but I'm not sure. They might be working on the lines today. I do have backup power, but it's been fine for so long that I haven't used the backup power. All right, here we go. Where are we? We've got the their cases. You know, Retroid do really nice custom cases. These are like just the cheap ones that you get at a Chinese like mall. We've got these like Chinese malls here in our town. It's like that, just with branding on it. So, but it is. Well, this one isn't fitted. The last one that I got for the RG35XX Pro was fitted. So, yeah, it's got a bit of the design on there. Nice little zipper. Yeah, well, I don't know how true it is, J-Rad. I don't know how true it is. It's just like I just saw it pop up on Twitter, and I didn't verify whether it was true, but it was just interesting to me because I know that a dual screen is copyrighted by Nintendo's, and I know, that's why Retroid are doing the added thing, the added screen, but then Ioneer just go ahead and make two screen devices, but I do think there is a copyright on it. Not a trademark. What's the thing where you design something and you register your invention? The word eludes me. Okay, so that's the case. Okay, a couple of people filtering in now. Sorry about the power issues if you were here and got annoyed because I disappeared. I was literally running around my studio trying to get things sorted. I couldn't get my camera back. Patent, there we go. Bloody hell, thanks, Rudy. Let's see if I can get the additional camera working here quickly. Properties. Nah, it's just not showing up here. Weird. Isn't that weird? Okay. All we know when it comes to Nintendo, you have to walk on eggshells. That is true. So here we go. It's quite a big box, eh? I mean, if you consider, I've got the Power Kitty, their new flip device. This is the box for their new V90S. This is the box for the Battle XP 350, G350. It's a big box. Let's get like a big device. This is the case for the Ioneer 2S, my Windows handheld. So it gives you an idea. I mean, that's a very big handheld. So it's quite a big box. What have they got here? I've got the black one. Nothing much. This is a paper goodie. Okay, put that there. Nice, like shiny Anvinic logo. You can see the other thing I was busy saying before the the power cut me off, is that Anbinic are excited about this. It's got a nice box. Like you can feel this is like the olden day Apple boxes that used to like suck closed. There you go. What have we got here? Cheapers. Okay, a little bit of creasing here. But this is, yeah, I mean, that's been opened and closed a couple of times. I know this was held at customs, so maybe they inspected it. But this is very unlike, if you are a regular viewer of these sorts of things, very unlike Anbinic to go this all out. So this is, they know that this is something special. I don't believe that I've been given the pricing yet, but no, we'll see. So far, screen comes with a screen guard, comes with a book of words, let's say things and stuff. One thing that is interesting is the fact that they are leaning into AI. And one of the cool little features, it's called Game Snap. While you're playing a game, like on Amazon, if you press something, enter or whatever, it goes into their, like, it'll tell you who's in the scene of the episode, a little bit about the episode. It does an AI snap of your current screen of what you're playing. And that's going to give us so much more insights into like general knowledge about old games. So if you're in a game, you just tap on the game snap and it'll tell you about that specific scene in a specific game. Very cool. So they're making use of AI in a way that I think is, quite useful. Oh man, you see, this is why unboxings were invented. It's got a little plastic thing. Because, good Lord, look at that. Man, okay, before I get into it, let's quickly just see what they give you in the little box. It's probably just their usual cheap USB cable. Yeah, USB-C to USB-A. They have been shipping lately with stick caps. Not the greatest stick caps, but yeah, just an average USB-C cable to USB-A. Oh. Aren't we all? Okay, let's see. All right, so the first negative, like when I saw the launch of this, my first instinct was, I hope, let me just make it brighter. This is a very dark handheld. I hope that Anbinic put a bit of effort in here and don't make it too thick. This is a chunker. Look at that. That is very, very, very thick. Okay, let me give you a comparison of something. Yeah, okay, here is the handheld that we know is big. Hang on a second. Okay, this is the RG 407V. Where did we get to on the numbers? But this is a big chunky handheld, and we like that because you could get your fingers around it. Okay. This is okay. It's not as thick, but when you consider so now I don't have a fair. I'm just going to quickly put it in my pocket. You're not going to see this, but I just want to give my reports on it. Okay, so it's very, actually, the problem with the pocketability is actually the width this way. It's very wide. And I saw someone say, I wish it was 16 by 9. I was, stop being such naysayers, that they're doing something cool. This width is going to be problematic for some people. This isn't a handle that you're going to really want to put in your pocket because it's. I don't think it's going to be very, very durable. Let's listen to that. I don't know if it's going to come out. It's quite a severe snap. That is a wah. Wah. Chunky isn't necessarily bad. Yeah, I mean, I think that the thing is, so let's think about that now, because, okay, it's a slide device. So when you slide it open, this part is the part that you're going to grip onto. So that is true. Chunky isn't necessarily bad. The next thing is this plastic. It's not the most premium plastic in the world, and this part of the handheld is lighter than this part, the screen. So I don't know if, you see this is all metal. This whole thing is metal. And I'm going to do a teardown. Once I've done my review and I'm not too scared of destroying this thing, I'm going to do a teardown because I want to see how they did this. I don't want to destroy the slide mechanism, but I want to see how they did it. And if there's just a PCB inside here and not much else, obviously the mechanisms for the buttons, but if there's just a PCB inside this part, that explains why, and there's a fan, explains why it's so top heavy. It's very top heavy, like extremely top heavy, more than any device I've tested. Yeah, it's very top heavy. Okay, well, what else? The guillotine snap, yeah. How wide compared to your phone? Good point. Good point. I have an S24, so that is a pretty a well popular phone, so everyone will have a good reference. Very similar to the latest iPhone, just a normal standard one, not the Max or whatever. I put it next to someone's iPhone the other day, and it was almost exactly the same size. So if you look at this, Samsung S24 is longer, but it is considerably wider. That is a lot of width coming in there. I must say, had they put a SIM card in here, I would have been like, cool, I'm going to use this as my phone. It is a little bit short, not almost exactly the same length, maybe a millimeter longer this way, maybe 2 millimeters. But yeah, the screen is as thick as my phone, and then you've got the chunky bottom part. I think this device is really going to hinge on the overall experience, whether the screen is very good, because I've never heard of this type of screen before. Here's another thing, a very, very big thing, and I'm jumping around here because this isn't a pre-recorded video. This is all the topics that I cover in my videos, but ergonomics, we are always talking about the fact that we don't have real estate to do the horizontal thing that, say, a Steam Deck does, where the buttons are horizontally next to each other. We don't have the real estate, so the best we can do is just have a diagonal like that. So this has been one of the best ergonomic vertical handhelds ever made. This is now a square handheld, so it's somewhere between a vertical and a horizontal. And because of this, so someone said, why would you want to do slide? That's not going to protect the screen. I understand it's not going to protect the screen, but it presents an entirely new type of handheld, an entirely new way of holding the handheld, of experiencing your games. And one of those big differences is we can now do horizontal stick and button configurations. And we basically have the same ergonomics. That I'm getting excited. Same ergonomics as a Steam Deck, but the same button ergonomics as a Steam Deck. These are the same sticks as, what's the latest Anmonic that I got recently? The RG557. I have a feeling my son stole it. Hang on a second. Yeah. Somebody has stolen it. Anyway, it's the same sticks as the RG557. So they're inset, but they are very, very, very nice sticks. I really like these. And I don't know, I haven't watched anyone else's videos. I doubt we're going to have cardinal snapping here. If we do, that's a pretty epic fail on Anmonic's part. Pretty big D-pad. Let's have a look here. See, I need to get a vernier. It looks a little bit bigger at the D-pad. All right. What else? Let's look at the hardware. We've got speakers over here, which makes it look like a cell phone. Start and select. Soft click, which is nice. Like I said, a slightly bigger D-pad. Really feels, that D-pad feels good. It's a membrane D-pad, but it's got a slight, like sort of soft membrane click to it. That's sure, that really does feel nice. Hopefully it works well. Got beautiful buttons. So here you can see Anbinic really have taken care. These are some really nice buttons they've got in here. Very good sticks. Very, very nice D-pad. I'm not sure if they gave me an SD card. So that would be weird if they didn't give me an SD card. Let's have a look. Usually the demos ship with SD cards. That's interesting. Nothing in here. So we might not be able to do any gaming for this unboxing today. Oh, those are buttons. I think those are Android buttons. Like I say, I haven't watched anyone else's videos yet. Interesting. Shoulder buttons. Shoulder buttons have got that nasty, sharp digital click that I don't like. So that's unfortunate. It is dated. The design is dated, but that's kind of the point. It's a PSP Go homage, you know. It's intriguing. Definitely is intriguing. Yes, this is true. Like I had a Storm, a BlackBerry Storm, and everyone hated it. I loved it. I just love anything that's different that no one else likes. But it was a terrible handheld, and it had this clicky touch screen that bounced on the top, and then a slide out screen. I think it had, or it was just really wide like this, and it was an on-screen keyboard. But yeah, it was a terrible handheld, and it was also very wide, very chunky. I don't know, man. I love those sort of devices. Do you know what you're saying? Everything that was wrong with those handhelds, those phones and stuff. I kind of loved it. Let's see what you guys are saying. I love this design, but what benefit will the 120 hertz provide on the TA20? 120 hertz, man, I was thinking about this the other day. I'm not sure if you can utilize 120 hertz in streaming. Oh man, I'll do a bit of digging for my main video because I had it all in my head. There are a bunch of things that you can use 120 hertz for. However, I just don't find it super useful. I've got it on my. You can do black frame insertion. So on this chipset, you should be able to do black frame insertion. Maybe not. But I mean, who wants super fluid gaming on the SNES? I guess it's a novelty, but yeah. Yeah, so for those of you who don't know, this has the T820, I think it is, chipset, which is the same as the RG556. The RG556 is the outgoing model. The new model is the RG557. It's their big handheld. They're like flagship handheld. So this has got the older chipset. Now, one of the big benefits of this screen is that we'll be able to do a bit of a 3DS thing. I think they've already set it up. I saw them testing it. We've got a small screen and a bigger screen at the top. That'll be pretty good for 3DS, but it's not going to be flawless 3DS gameplay. But we don't have flawless 3DS gameplay almost on anything. And Nintendo DS is going to be quite nice on here. But the T820, we're going to get, like there was quite a bit of PS2 that worked well on here. They claim that Wii is going to work well on here. You're not going to get a lot of Wii. You pretty certainly will be able to play Super Mario for Wii. You might even get Super Mario Did we get Switch gameplay on the T820? Someone confirm that in the comments. My memory doesn't serve me right now. Anyway, more about the hardware. I mentioned that this is all metal. We've got the air intake, or one of these is air in and out. USB-C here. There is video out on this, so I'll definitely do that in my first look video. And let's switch it on. Where's the power button? Here. All right. So it's a very wide screen, just a very unique screen, which I appreciate. Let's see what we can come up with for this screen. Okay, we're gonna have to dim things down here, but let's do it. Just gonna have to make it really dark until I can dim the screen. Whoops. Language choose. I'll just walk you through it because I don't think you can see this. Dear. Oh, there we go. Okay, I'm just going to put my Wi-Fi in here. And I don't know how much of a security risk is it for you to see my Wi-Fi, but anyway. There, okay, it's connecting. Yeah, there we go. All right, next. Click on the bottom button, system date and time. There we go. Yep. Okay. What else? Okay, configuration taking place. How's everyone's day going? Well, mine was going well until the power went out. That sucked. Maybe it's time for some rusks. So far, my feelings, it's very big. I really like the slide. The slide does make it a great travel companion. The case is not too bulky. The case is quite snug, and I think they did that purposefully because then you're not adding too much bulk to the handheld when you're traveling. I really like the fact that we now have a more ergonomic button layout that is very unique to this. Curious to see what these are for. Yeah, I mean, if you're using it for watching videos and stuff, let's see this. You can just put your XR glasses in there and just close it like that, which is quite nice. Interesting that they didn't give me... So, interestingly, there's no RG launcher button here, man. See that? Which is something that I feel is a benefit to going with Anbernic, is the RG launcher. What's going on? Oops. Okay. Finish. Go into system. Oops. Okay. It says it couldn't connect to my internet. Let's just sort that out. Typing on this So it's like this, kind of weird. Okay, there we go. What have we got here? Let's just turn the screen down. I don't know if you can see nicely now, but we'll talk you through it. Okay, so we do have RG Launcher on the drop-down menu. So we do still have RG Launcher power options, high and just off. Auto rotate, fan, key mapping, Bluetooth. We've got the option of a Nintendo and Xbox layout. I still haven't wrapped my head around this thing. It is quite comprehensive and confusing. Let's just bring this down a bit more. Is that better? And there. So we've got that. Okay, I'm not going to update right now. What do they say here? Update to RetroArch, update emulation overlay, fix Ambient AI. Okay, so we'll do that after the video. So we've got a lot of all the emulators and stuff. I'm going to quickly put the RG Launcher on. Okay. All right. So it's going to decompress RetroArch. Boom. Let's just check here. Yeah, see, they've already downloaded cores and stuff. It's really nice. Let's have a look here. It's very top heavy here. That's something you're going to really have to get used to with this. Okay, so you got to squeeze it between your hands here to get a grip on the thing. Let's see if we've got any. No games, the bastards. Okay. So unfortunately, no gaming. These buttons feel lovely, man. They must have given me an SD card. What the hell, dudes? The bastards. It's very unusual for Anbinic not to do that, especially since they're going to want me to do my first impressions and all that stuff. Let's just see here. Okay, so the live unboxing is mostly just about the hardware today. Let's just make 100% sure. Ripping everything apart here off screen. Okay. Well, power button. Okay. So let's see here. Is that RG Launcher? Okay. So switch the RG Launcher off. Let's go into settings here. Let's see what we've got. So here's the handheld settings. We've got our joystick calibration and all that stuff. Ah, man, I didn't want to do this. Ah. Yeah, okay. Key test. How do I get out of here? Oh, that's a back button. That's an Android back button. We have a purpose for this one. Slide settings. Okay. So slide up setting wakes it up or wake and unlock. So I'm going to do wake and unlock. Slide down operation, lock screen, hibernation. Let's leave that off. Quick launcher. Okay. You see we can put our ESDE in there when we're ready for that. Fan configuration. What I was hoping is that we could map these two buttons. So, interesting. Is this maybe? Yeah, this is the RG Launcher button. Okay. All right, there we go. And then I wanted to just check this. Yeah, no ROMs yet. So I will just add a bunch of ROMs on here and do some testing, and then I will leave that for the first look video that I'm going to do. Interesting. What do you guys think? Let me know. I'm going to sign off now, but you can let me know in the comments what you think. The plastic is quite matte. So this doesn't feel super premium, but the buttons do feel premium. This is a lovely like glass thing over here. The fact that these buttons are here, I couldn't care less. I think I would have preferred them somewhere here. The screen does look good. I mean, looks good to me. Do they have some? No video. There's nothing for me to test here. Anbinic AI. I'm not going to fiddle with that now. I mean, we can download a game. This takes a while to set up. Yeah, let me know in the comments what you think. I'd love to hear what you guys think I should do for the main video. I'm going to really kind of wrap my head around this thing and spend a day with it, because I find first impressions are always wrong. I do find that the slide is too, they should have dampened it a bit. This is too harsh. Feels like every single time I slide it, I'm breaking it just a little bit more. Yeah, not a big fan of that. Like the Samsung slide fan was a boop, 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 and it had a soft snap at the end. And you also, I'm pressing all sorts of buttons, like the shoulder buttons. I'm pressing, so I think you'd want to do it like that. That does not feel like, it's not making me feel good. Great though. I love the fact that the slide affords us the opportunity to have very ergonomic buttons. It is too top heavy, which is a problem. It's going to strain your hands if you use this as a main gaming device for a long period of time, like if you want to stream a game. This is going to be great for playing old PC games because of the screen. Yeah, it's got a lot going for it. I think the novelty of it is worth it alone. Let's see what the pricing is like. I am tentatively optimistic about this hardware. It's a chonker, but it's nice. Yeah, let me know what you guys think in the comments. I'll see you guys soon. Cheers.